Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of the Node CI subproject. It is Wednesday, February 9th, 2022. We have a couple of items on our agenda today. Let's check them out. Sergey, you have something on contributor site. Aha. Tell us more about your item.
You know what it is.
I know what it is.
We wrote this blog post with Elana to celebrate our achievements over 2 years. It's not yet 2 years, but I think it's a good beginning of a year, and annual reports by SIG will be starting soon. So yeah, it's a perfect time for this blog post. So if you don't see your name or you have some comments on what's happening, please comment. Otherwise, yeah, congratulations everybody. We made a great progress, and let's keep doing a great job.
Yeah, I recommend that folks take a look at this. So Sergey and I sort of put this together, and we gave shout outs to a lot of folks for like people that have sort of gone up the contributor ladder through the SIG, and we sort of wanted to treat the subproject as like a little case study to show other like SIGs and subprojects how this sort of thing might work, and how people can kind of like get more involved within the project. So please like read over for accuracy, add anything that we might have missed. We're very worried about missing things. We don't want to miss things. So like if you're worried about commenting publicly, feel free to message either of us privately. Yeah, we wanted to sort of celebrate the work that everybody's been doing here, and make sure that you get a little bit of visibility for like some of this sort of behind the scenes effort that doesn't necessarily get a lot of applause. We want to give you some applause. So is that a good explanation?
Did you speak about the bug scrub as well?
We mentioned it in passing, but make sure you just go ahead and like take a look over it and let us know if there's anything major that we should have commented on. Okay.
What's the time limit?
The time limit, well, it looks like they have the blog scheduled to go
16th.
live next week. So preferably, I would say by like end of this week at the latest. I'll add that to the agenda. Okay, anything else on this? No, moving on. Danielle is adding tests to various parts of the kubelet. Thank you. I've done this before. It's not very fun. I appreciate this.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. Going from nothing to something is like the worst part because you have to write so many garbage tests.
Yeah.
Just to like build a mental model and also to like make sure things are testable by other things.
Yes.
But yeah, my plan when I have, the occasional 5 minutes of not continually unbreaking E2E tests is going through package by package the kubelet and adding tests where there are none.
Cool.
I would appreciate reviews from people. They're not going to be fun PRs to review.
No, they're really not. Having done a lot of unit test refactoring reviews, you have to go through every single test case line by line. Thank you, Danielle.
At least almost all table tests, so they should be fairly easy to grok.
Cool.
But, yeah. Please help. Please pick packages and write tests. I don't want it to just be me.
Yeah. I know that this has been something that like I have talked about at least internally at Red Hat about like questions of like, do we want to invest in adding a bunch more test coverage? Do we want to rewrite portions because it's going to be too difficult to add test coverage? And like, we may as well just like start from scratch because we'll have a better understanding of it. Are there things that we want to spin out of tree and so on? So, just kind of like big futuristic things for kubelet. So,
Some mix of the three.
Yes, some mix of the three. I'll let folks know because certainly adding tests are going to be a lot of investment. Sure, I can review and approve this or no. Approve. That seems legit to me. There you go. Done. Next agenda item.
So I would suggest we go to status of CI just to update everybody what's going on.
Cool.
I put a new column today, and yeah, on SIG Node critical, we start seeing more and more random failures. Last week it was like couple. Last week is
Well, this is just containerd node conformance. I wonder if we should get rid of this tab because I don't think there's anything useful here. Like
yeah,
this
it can
is
be merged
already.
with the containerd. It's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Should I write an action down for that maybe?
I didn't get time to finish looking through tests yet. Everything is a sea of red. Last week I had too much downstream stuff to worry about.
Yeah. Okay. I added I'll maybe as an action. I might file an issue about this afterwards because yeah, I just don't think that's. These are just erroring out at this point, Sergey.
Yeah.
So, oh, your credentials are invalid. Couldn't say
Yeah,
what's
we see
going on there.
more and more of that, and not only on this tab. So I see similar things on other tabs. So if it will continue, we'll need to go to test SIG testing and understand what's going on.
Oh no, do you have any idea what might be going on there?
Oh, Arnold is here.
Not really.
I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't blame you.
Yeah, besides that, there's a small progress in C group v2, not major breakthrough, and ITT keeps testing this bootstrap scripts for containerd. Yeah, this is still red.
This is very red. When did this happen? Well, this whole run just failed.
It's been like this for like a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and there are like incremental improvements over time. Paco contributed a few, David contributed a few, so something happening.
Yeah, that's next on my priority list because we would like C groups v2 to be like our default testing target soon.
Yeah, well, not when it looks like that. How bad are the corresponding cryo tests? I don't remember them being that bad. Oof. What is with all this red stuff?
Cryo has also been an increasing sea of red lately. It's part
Well,
of why
this
I was
run is mostly
prioritizing
green.
unit.
Yeah, this is the same infrastructure problem. So
yeah, this looks like an infra issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are otherwise all green. So maybe they just, I don't know. There's some issue with containerd and C group v2. Because when this is not failing all the time, it looks okay. We don't have any actual test failures. That's so weird. Okay, I'd say that's pretty critical.
Yeah, it's next on my list after seeing if, like after trying to figure out if something is a regression or expected behavior that was previously broken.
Yeah, is this the same issue?
I saw
the bootstrap script problem, I think.
Yeah, I saw a few that. Yeah, those containerd issues are bootstrap issues that IDT is looking at. There is already PR for that. So, I mean, there was PR before we merged it, and turned out that we need more changes. Anyway, yeah, and this is the status.
Okay.
Yeah, everything else is pretty much unchanged from last week.
Looks like that. Okay. Shall we take a look at the CI board? Let's see.
Yeah, I just added them, so shouldn't be too many. Oh, nothing. Yeah, I tried to do it before meeting because I have bigger screen.
That's fair. Okay. I also want to make sure we get the flakes and failing tests. Sometimes we miss those. Okay, we're missing one. Okay, that looks like it's assigned and accepted, so it looks like it's in progress probably. Well, this looks like it needs a reviewer. Is this one triaged, Sergey? The
Yeah,
signed.
yeah, Qidong will do that. The problem is
Okay.
that Containerd may extend the life of 1.4. I'm not
I
sure the
see.
status. I'll double check.
That sounds like a containerd problem and not an us problem, I guess.
We're
Okay.
testing with, yeah, we're testing compatibility.
This is interesting. We typically don't backport end-to-end tests, but there's, I guess, this isn't just an end-to-end test. This is a whole patch. I had a discussion with my team, I think internally, about this one before I disappeared for a couple of days. So sure, I will throw that in needs prover and we can discuss more later. But I think these cherry picks, honestly, I'm not sure that the CI board isn't the right board for them. Because there's a pretty large change in the kubelet as well. It's not just a test. Okay, this one needs triage. So I guess kube test up of that branch is failing.
I think it's the same problem as, yeah, as others. Yeah.
That's been failing for a while. It's the same as
it might be
this one.
You can assign to me. No, not different one.
Okay.
But, one that DT is working on.
Okay. Let me.
We changed the default container runtime, and some ordering changed.
Yeah. Okay. Triaged. I will assign it to, or I will put it into do. Removed references to Docker in the API. It's not this. Let's archive that. Kubelet tracing instrumentation. Definitely not us. Okay. Looks like that's it for the board. Do we want to go over what is missing an assignee? This is a PR. Oh, I don't think this is relevant to the CI group. Do we want to go through? So I know that this, yeah, it looks like nobody's working on this. Oh, actually, Mike, do you have an update on this one? Because weren't you working on this?
I'm not working directly on this one. I'm working with the Ubuntu version, but I think the failure is basically the same. I did another PR recently.
Yeah, I see there's a couple.
Yeah, unfortunately, this one didn't fix the issue itself. So I'm still trying to find out what's up with this.
Well, let's see. Exclude non-failed tests. Well, that test isn't on here at all. So
that's another one then. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a different test. The summary one is not showing up as failing on here, so that's a good sign. Perhaps your change fixed it.
Maybe, but I did notice a couple of red runs after my fix.
I see.
So I wouldn't really count on it, but
yeah,
you can
see
it looks like but this one's for this is Ubuntu, not Fedora.
Right.
So, okay, yeah, it's definitely still failing on Ubuntu, but not Fedora. So let me at least note that.
Okay.
I will assign you. Hurrah.
Yeah, I'll keep trying to find out what's the root cause and fix it if possible.
Cool. This is sort of a feature. I don't know what the status of that is, but I need to check in on that. Pods extended. Is this still flaking? If that's a pre-submit and it's flaking, it's really important that we fix that. Looks like there's a bunch of SIG Node stuff that's flaking. Okay, so we triage accepted this one a while back, and then we have not assigned anybody to it. I guess let's see if Sandbox. Yeah, that one is still flaking for sure. Does anybody want to work on this one? What do we got?
You can give it to me. I'll
Okay, cool. I know we talked about that one last time and it was low priority. This one needs triage. Soak test is failing quite often. I agree. Sure is. I don't think there's any green runs on here. Sergey, are there any updates on this?
No, not yet. Yeah, let me take a look at this.
Okay, I'm gonna triage accept this since it's definitely still failing. Feel free to assign yourself.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's probably everything that we need to look at on this board. Let me just make sure there's no, okay. It's probably done, but I'll leave it to you. So let me make sure it needs an LGTM in there. Good, good, good. Okay. Then let's move on to, yay, it merged. Let's move on to bugs. Wow, only 2 new bugs? That's easy. Let's do it. Okay. Pod with SRI OV device failed on ungraceful node reboot. A bunch of logs, but not very many. Not enough to debug this. Okay, they're on 122. Cloud provider OpenStack, no other in details. Okay, they at least said they're on SUSE. They did include cluster version. They did not include the container runtime. Full kubelet logs. Okay. Okay. They DOSed their NFS mount. Even any other volume cannot be mounted, probably because it's like stuck in IO sleep or something like that.
Yeah, they claim that after you started, it started working.
Yeah. I mean, to me, this doesn't sound like a kubelet thing. This sounds like a storage thing. Because if restarting the kubelet fixes it, then I don't think this is us. I have stuck in these information. Okay, maybe let's check for some things that.
Yeah, there's a query on top
Yes,
that will sort, yeah.
Yes. Since I've commented on basically all of these, we can just look at the ones that have updates. Look at these two. Anything older? Nope. Pod fails based on policy. Could you let us know what? Yeah. Okay, we should tell them what information we want because apparently they don't know.
Okay, you wanted to comment on pod life cycles that
Oh, yes, that's
they
right.
should be dead. I mean, completed
Sorry.
means not restarting.
I'll just leave this one open since I need to comment on it. There's no point in me commenting to say I need to comment. Okay. What happened on this one? Let's see. They did not include kubelet logs. Kubelet is deleting important system files. They implemented a custom runtime with CRI, but didn't return log path and container status, so it tries to remove boot. That sounds okay. So first of all, we need the full kubelet logs, not like single lines. I like, we don't support random people like implementing a custom CRI and then being like, hey, the kubelet did something I didn't expect. That's not like a kind of support that we're able to offer. So maybe I'll say that explicitly.
I mean, if they're not returning a path at all there, like, we might be doing something funky. So
We
I
might
probably
be, but like, that's not, I think, high on our priority list of
It would
like,
technically be us potentially breaking the CRI contract, though.
well, they should demonstrate that with more than one line. Okay, this is what I am saying. I honestly just don't think that we should be spending a lot of time trying to help an individual like come up with their CRI implementation. It is probably not a great use of our time. If we have broken something, if we violated guarantees, then by all means, but they actually have to show that, and like one line is not really enough to show that. So, okay. I think that's it for bugs. We are at half past. Do we have anything else we want to cover today?
Just take a look at performance boards and be done with that.
Sure. Let's take a look. Looks pretty steady. Same with memory.
Can you switch to runtime? Let's say master here, like one before the next. It will show runtime.
This one?
No,
for the.
Yeah, I think no. Minion. Yeah.
Looks steady. Looks also steady.
Cool.
And apparently pods are using less memory and the same amount of CPU. Cool. Okay,
Thank
I
you.
think we're done for today. Oh, there's two things in chat I missed. Oh, but one is nice. It's probably when I merged Arnaud's thing. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thanks everybody for joining us.
Bye.
Bye,
Cheers.
folks.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a good day.